Okay, so psychology has always been an area of interest to me. I'm absolutely fascinated by how the mind works, and though psychology is not my major, it takes a backseat to public health. I decided to minor in psychology, and when I got the permit for admission into abnormal psychology, I was nothing short of stoked. So, the topic that resonated with me the most was eating disorders. Working on the neurological unit of a hospital, this is something that I deal with quite often. Also, being an adolescent woman, this is something that I've struggled with personally. And it's pretty much a well known fact that women struggle with eating disorders with a higher prevalence than men. But we can't undermine the fact that men also experience these issues too. From a young age, we're basically given an image of what we're supposed to look like when we grow up. So women are supposed to be slender, tall, and have just the right amount of curves, their breast and their butt. And men are supposed to be taller than women and muscular, smooth skin, and everything you see in the magazines. So, what happens when we don't look like this? Take me for instance. I'm 5'5" and I weigh about 125 pounds. After looking at a few sources on the internet, I saw that it was recommended that for my height of 5 feet 5 inches, I should weigh 120 pounds. So, the fact that some source detected that I was 5 pounds over my ideal weight, that created some insecurity in me. Now, a level headed person would say, "You're clearly not overweight, you're in the perfect range for your age and height." Or someone may suggest, "Well, if you want to drop 5 pounds, why not just work out a little bit?" Now, a person struggling with an eating disorder or some mental incapability may say, "You know what, if I want to drop 5 pounds, then I have to eliminate the source of my suffering, which is food. So I'm just not going to eat." And someone dealing with a similar disorder may say, how about I just eat whatever I want, just quickly, and then I can get rid of it. I can take a laxative, I can vomit, or I can fast, or I can just work out in copious amounts. So, it's all about the mindset. I found it interesting that bulimia nervosa was about twice as prevalent as anorexia nervosa. 1 in 75 women in late adolescence will experience bulimia, while 1 in 200 experience anorexia. Both can lead to serious medical complications. However, both are difficult to treat because it involves changing the habits in the way people think and just their habits in general. It's easier to help somebody living with anorexia gain the weight, like especially if they're at a facility. But once they're out of that facility, it's rather hard to follow through with the treatment that they received when they return home. We also had to read a book in this course, The Book of Woe, by Gary Greenberg. He basically alludes to mental disorders, including eating disorders, being caused by socio-cultural means. So, in my opinion, I agree with him. Maybe treatment is less about changing suffering individuals' mindsets. Rather, it's changing an entire cultural norm. Just some food for thought.